We're going to start our practice this morning in child's pose. Just becoming aware of your breath. Inhaling in through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Maybe moving the head a little from side to side, like you're shaking the head no, massaging out the forehead. And as we move through our practice today, our physical practice is based around back bends. And so what links so well with back bends is heart opening. And so our practice, our emotional practice, the practice of the mind today, is really going to be on opening the heart. Becoming aware of what you need. So often we think of opening the heart to open to others, but opening to ourselves as well. On the next inhale, we'll walk the fingertips over to the right side. Reaching the left hand a little bit further than the right. Starting to find some space on that left side body and move through the left armpit. Think about actively hugging that left hip crease towards the back edge of the mat. We'll inhale as we walk the fingertips back to center, finding their way over to the left. Right fingertips reach a little further away, find a little bit of space. That right side, hugging that right hip crease back. And so as we move through our practice today, being aware of your body's limitations this morning. And now as we find our way back to center. And if you're finding as you move through practice that you're feeling tired or feeling like you need some compassion, maybe taking a child's pose. Pressing into the shins, pressing into the hands. We'll inhale as we rise up to table position. Getting a little rounding through the back like we would in cat stretch, and allow the hips to shift forward. And exhale as we lift the tail up and back. So we'll move through this a few times. Maybe each time getting a little bit deeper, pressing back to child's pose, and then inhale, rounding a little through the spine, the hips slide forward. Starting to move towards an up-down variation. Exhale as the hips lift up and back. Inhale, rise up, round, nose drops, tail. Lifts. And up and back with one more here. Inhale. Exhale. We'll inhale as we find our way up to table position. We're going to flip the hands, and we'll start by flipping the right fingertips come back, softening the elbow. So just one at a time. And we'll inhale as the belly drops down, tail lifts, the heart comes forward, finding a little cat-cow. And press around. Trying to maintain that bend in the elbow even as you press around. Inhale. Exhale. One more here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale as we come back to center, the right hand back around. And then rotate the left. Fingertips back towards the knee. Inhale, belly drops down, tail lifts. Slight bend in that elbow. And then exhale, press around, maintaining that slight bend. And so if this is a really challenging position for you, then pressing into those fingertips on that left hand to activate the muscles a little bit more. One more here. Coming back to center, flip both hands around. Find your foundation, curl the toes under, and press up and back into your first down dog. So we'll pedal out a little in down dog, shifting from side to side, bending one knee and then the other, drawing the belly in and up. We'll inhale as we look to the hands, and exhale as we step or walk the feet to the front of the mat. Softening the knees, let the ribcage fall towards the thighs. When we release down, you can grab elbow to elbow here and release the head down. Finding a little ragdoll. Maybe swaying a little from side to side if that suits you. And so maybe it's a slow sway, maybe a shift to one side and the other. Maybe the sway happens with your breath. We'll come back to center here, release the fingertips down. And inhale as we lengthen out to a flat back. Exhale as we fold. Root down through the feet and rise all the way up to stand as we inhale. Sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, the hands come into the heart. Moving here through Surya Namaskar, and salutations, inhale. Reach the arms to the sky. Next time, just really think about lifting to the front of the body. Don't worry about back bending. Just finding length, and then exhale as we fold forward. Inhale as we lengthen to a flat back. Plant the hands down and step it back to plank pose. Take a pause, fire up through the belly, look forward, and then maybe the knees come down and maybe you slide forward and lower to a chaturanga. Inhale as you flip to up to upper cobra, and then exhale as you press up and back to down dog. So again, moving through the first couple of times, just be gentle with your body. And take 2 more breaths here. Inhale as we look to the hands, rise onto the toes. Exhale as we step or walk the feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Sweep the arms, lengthen through the front body. You can start to find a standing back bend. And then exhale as we fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands down, step it back. Plank. Lower to chaturanga, to the knees. Inhale up to our cobra. And then up and back to down dog or child's pose, depending on what is going to work for you this morning. Allow a little here, shift from side to side if you're in child's pose. Or down dog. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale as you look to the hands, rise onto the toes and bend the knees. And exhale as you step, hop, or walk the feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Sweep the arms, find a standing back bend. Lifting through the front body. And then exhale as we fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands and step to plank. Maybe hop into chaturanga. Chaturanga brings you to up dog. Up dog brings you to down dog. So maybe stay here. Maybe start to add in some shakti kicks. Bring the big toes together, squeeze in your thighs, inhale. And then exhale as we hop. Take it a few and finding your way. Inhale, move to the hands. Rise onto the toes, bend the knees, and exhale as you step up or walk the feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Standing back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Down. staying here in down dog, finding your way to child's pose. Maybe adding in those shaft kicks again, the bent knee kicks, or maybe a little switch kick. Switch kicks are straight leg kicks. It might be lower. It might be higher. Now, let's move up to the hands. Exhale, rise above the toes, bend the knees, and step them up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hold. Flat back as you lengthen. Lengthen the hands, chaturanga. Chaturanga to up downward cobra. And then up and back to down dog. From down dog, we'll inhale to send the right leg back behind for a down dog split. Exhale as we hug the knee into the chest for a core plank. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, back. Exhale, hug the knee in, pick up through the hips and step the right foot to the right thumb. Fingertips come down here for a runner's lunge. And then we'll inhale as we lengthen through that front leg and round through the upper back. Exhale as we slide back forward, let the thigh bone come down and lift through the chest. Inhale, pressing round. Exhale, the thigh bone comes down. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale, round. Exhale, thigh bone down. Rise back up to your high lunge. Draw the belly in and up and sweep the arms to the sky. This is just kind of your stabilizer. Inhale. Exhale as we fold. Step the back foot in halfway. And hug the right hip crease back so that the right leg straightens. Finding pyramid pose here, we'll inhale as we lengthen. And then fold over that leg. So sometimes we think of a fold as a rounding over the leg. Think more of drawing the sternum towards the big toe. You're trying to find length through the spine and the hamstring. One more breath here, inhale. And exhale. Let the hands down. Step it back. To plank. Press up and back to down dog. Send the right leg back behind again as we inhale. Exhale, hug the knee in, sweep it underneath for a fallen triangle. So this is just a side plank variation. Right hand comes down, left arm comes up to the sky. We'll take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, that left hand comes back down, right leg comes back. Here's your breath in. Hug the knee in and step the right foot back to the right thumb. Rise up here to high lunge. Sweep the arms. Exhale. Bend that back knee and open here to a warrior two. So rooting down so that the front knee stacks over the heel. The glute engages and that front thigh muscle wraps out. And then draw the belly in and up. As the arms open to warrior two. We'll put the front palm. Left hand can come to the hip and reverse the warrior. Take a nice long stretch to the right side body. Inhale to rise back up, warrior two. Sweep both hands back behind and this time hook the thumbs right over left. Inhale, lift through the chest. And exhale as we fold to the inside or onto that right thigh. Maybe the hands stay on the back if that's where they are. Think about squeezing the elbows towards each other. We'll inhale here as we rotate that back foot. So now we're back in the high lunge position here. Belly draws in and up. And then step the left foot up to meet the right. Inhale as we lengthen, find chair pose. Exhale as we fold. One more here. Inhale, belly draws in and up. Chair, fierce pose. And exhale, fold. Release the hands down. Flat back. hands and step back or hop back. So plank or chaturanga. You don't have to practice, you don't even have to practice chaturanga. It's not necessary for a healthy life. Sometimes it's fun. We'll inhale, here's just in the left leg back behind. Exhale, knee comes into the chest for a forward plank. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale. Exhale, hug it in, pick up for the hips and step the left foot to the left thumb. Fingertips stay down here for a runner's lunge. So we'll inhale, lengthen through that front leg and round through the upper back. And then exhale as we slide back forward, thigh bone comes down, chest lifts. Inhale, press and round. Exhale, thigh bone comes down. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift here, back to that lunge position and rise back up. Arms scoot to the sky. And then exhale as we fold. Fingertips come down, front leg straightens back. Foot can step in about halfway. Hug that left hip crease back and lengthen through the back of that left leg. Lengthen through the spine. And then fold. One more up here. Then both hands down. Scoot that right foot back and send it back to plank. And then down dog. Left leg comes back behind as we inhale. Exhale, look in, scoot underneath, and find a triangle here. Squeeze that left hand, lift that left hip a little higher, inhale. Exhale, top hand comes down. Leg comes back behind. And hug the knee in, plant the left foot, left thumb. Rise up, right lunge. Soften that back so the pelvis can drop in and up and stack and protect the low back. And then we'll bend the knee and round open here. Find warrior two. Rooting down to that front heel, wrapping our front thigh open. Right hand comes to the hip. Reverse the warrior. We'll inhale as we come back up here. Sweep the hands back behind. This time we're going to hook left over right. So instead of right over left, hook left over right. Inhale, lift through the chest. And exhale as we fold. So again, squeezing the elbows towards each other, lifting across the chest, engaging the muscles across the upper back to hug the shoulders back. And then we'll rotate that back foot, so we're in high lunge position, and step the right foot up to meet the left. Inhale, lengthen into a chair. Exhale as we fold. One more here, inhale, belly goes in and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, release the hands down, lengthen to a flat back. Finding your way back to plank or chaturanga. Or maybe coming straight to down dog. Inhale, here's just on the right leg back behind. Exhale, hug the knee in, forward plank. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, back. Hug the knee in, and set the right foot to the right thumb. So left knee is going to come down here. Left hand is going to come down to the side of the mat. And we'll bring the hand to the right thigh. Allow the toes to turn out, create some space here. So you can use the hand to press into the thigh muscle. And take this left shoulder and draw it down the back and sweep up and over for an open twist. And so maybe you're here, maybe you want to increase the challenge or the opening of the pose, maybe with the back knee. It's totally up to you. Inhale here, turning the right toes back forward with the right hand onto the inside of that right foot, and the left arm reaches diagonal over and across. So we're getting another side stretch here. Left hand come down. Walk the fingertips so that all 10 toes are turning towards the side of the mat. We'll inhale as we lengthen. Find a little fan pose as we exhale. Walk the fingertips over to the left side. Soften that left knee just a little. Let the right fingertips walk a little further. And then inhale as we walk the fingertips back to center, over to the left. Left knee softens a little. Or right knee softens a little. Fingertips. I don't know my right from my left. The struggle is real. Inhale as we come back through center. Lengthen back through the spine. Folding one more time. Maybe the forearms come down. Maybe the crown of the head comes down. Finding length through the spine. And next inhale, bring the fingertips underneath the chest. Walk the fingertips back to the top edge of the mat. Pressing in and stepping back to plank. Up and back to down dog. And send the left leg back behind as you inhale. Exhale, knee comes into the chest. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, left to left. Inhale, back. Exhale, left to right. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, hug the knee in, step the left foot to the left thumb. Right knee comes down here. Right hand comes off the side of the mat. Left hand to the thigh. Turn the toes out and find space in that front mat. So press the thigh away. And then take that right shoulder and draw it down the back so you're plugged in. And then reach the left arm up and over. So instead of hanging the shoulder forward here, it's drawing back and down and engaged. Again, you can lift that back knee. It's not too much. If you happen to feel that in the low back, the SI joint region, I would suggest keeping there. We'll inhale as we come back to center. Left hand comes to the inside of that left foot. Right arm reaches diagonal across. Inhale as the hands come down. Lift that back knee, turn the toes towards the long edge of the mat again. Inhale. Exhale as you fold. This time we're going to add in a little skandasana, a little shift from side to side. So we'll bend the left knee a lot. Reach the fingertips over. Right knee reaches a little further. And then over to the right. Right knee bends a lot. Left fingertips reach away. We'll do one more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to center. Exhale to right. Inhale as we walk back to the center. Rotate back, front edge of the mat, and step it back to the bum. So you can cycle through here if you'd like to come to plank, chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. You don't have to. If you prefer just to kind of hang in down dog, that's fine. We'll take a full breath in and a full breath out. Lowering down here to the forearms for dolphin. Allow the chest to sink through, take a full few deep breaths here. And then allow the knees to come down and finding your way to child's pose or puppy pose. For puppy pose, the hips stay lifted, the chest can melt down, the forehead can come down. We'll just take a few breaths here. From puppy pose, you can shift to the forearms. Come on down all the way onto the belly. Let the hands come back behind you. So maybe you hook the thumbs. Again, maybe the hands interlace. Finding our way into locust. So we'll hug the inner thighs together, press the tops of the feet down to get set. Pubic bone presses down, belly draws in and out. And then as we inhale, we'll lift both the upper and lower body. And see if you can continue to hug the legs together as you do. Lengthen here, so it's more about lengthening the front and back body than it is about getting into any crazy poses. We'll take a full breath in. And out. One more deep breath in. And out. We'll release down here. Hands can come down, and you can shift the hips a little from side to side. And then you can stay with that. You can come back to locust if you'd like. Or if you'd like to come into an upward facing bow, you can do so. Flexing the feet, reaching back, maybe grabbing one ankle and then the other. Maybe you can grab it at the same time. And then hug the inner thighs towards each other. And as you inhale, kick into the shins and allow that to lift the chest. Maybe you notice a little abdominal massage as you breathe or rocking. Release down here. Hands come down. Shift the end from side to side. The hands underneath the shoulders. We'll press ourselves up and back to down dog. Again, pedaling out a little from side to side. So allowing down dog to be your counter pose, that back bend. And then we'll inhale to send the right leg back behind. Exhale as we hug the knee into the chest for a core plank. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, into the chest. Inhale back. Exhale, hug the knee in. Pick up your hips and step the right foot to the right thumb. Soften through that back knee and rise up to high lunge. So as the back knee softens and the pelvis lifts, the arms come to the sky. Then the hands back behind the head, and we'll hug the elbows forward. Draw the shoulders up by the ear. Press them straight back and hug them down. And then press the head into the hand and the hand into the head. Hands into the head. Then drawing the belly in and out, we'll lift. And maybe start to find a little bit of a back bend. Maybe mimicking that puppy pose. We'll take another breath in here. We'll inhale as we rise back up. High lunge. Bend that back knee and open here to warrior two. Wrap that front thigh out, press straight down to the heel. Arms open. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. And as we inhale, come back through warrior two. Hold that right forearm into the right thigh. Left arm can open straight to the sky or reach up and over the head. Or maybe come back, hand to the low back or to the thigh for a half bind. Or maybe if you're feeling ready to, and it's within your practice, you drop and you find a full bind here. And wherever you're at, think about using that left elbow to hug the left shoulder open. And see if the hand goes a little further. If you're in a full bind here, you can release the full bind. Start to lengthen out as we straighten that front leg. Find a half bind again. And then inhale. Exhale as we find our way into a half bound triangle. So again, hugging that left shoulder back, using the upper back muscles, and feeling the twist and triangle here. Softening through the front knee, we'll inhale as you rise back up. Warrior two. Cartwheel the arms down, and step it back. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. We'll inhale, here's the left leg comes back behind. Hug the left knee in for core plank. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, left to left. Inhale back. Exhale, left to right. Inhale. Exhale, hug the knee in. Slip the left foot to the left thumb. Soften through that back knee and rise up here. High lunge. So same exact thing here. Hug that left hip crease back. So the right side of the pelvis comes forward. Soften that back knee. Hands come behind the head. Hug the elbows in. Shoulders up by the ears. Press them straight back and down. And then press the head into the hands into the head. Lift here, and maybe start to find a little bit of a back bend. So think about taking the ribs and reaching them up towards the sky and back, instead of just dumping straight back into that leg. Use the strength in the back leg to stabilize. One more breath. Inhale, as the arms come to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee and open here. Warrior two. Wrap that front thigh. Press straight down to the heel. Right hand to the hip. Flip the palm. Reverse the warrior. Inhale as we come back through to warrior two. Left forearm to the left thigh. Picking the arm position that works best for you. Maybe it's a half bind. Maybe it's hand reaching up and over. Maybe it's a full bind. So if you're in a half bind and the left forearm is on the left thigh, allow that to be a soft connection. Hugging that right elbow and shoulder back. And if you're fully bound here, you can release the bottom hand. Find that half bind again. Lengthen through the front leg so we lift up and get long through the left side waist. And then find our way back to a half bound triangle. Keep hugging that right shoulder back. Soften that bottom knee, rise back up. Warrior two. And then cartwheel down through. And step it back. You can come from plank to down dog, or you can cycle through. Inhale as the right leg comes back behind you. Exhale as you hug the knee into the chest. Inhale, press it back. Hug the knee in. This time sweep it underneath for a fallen triangle. Look down through the right hand, left arm comes to the side. Breathe in. And out. Inhale. And exhale. Left hand comes down. Right leg comes back behind. Bend the knee here and wrap the hip open. So soften the standing leg a little, take a full breath and get really long through the right side. And then maybe you rotate around to a wild thing. Inhale as that top arm sweeps around, right leg comes back behind. Hug the knee back in, and step the right foot to the outside of that right hand. Left knee comes down here. Right knee presses out to the side again. Left hand to the mat, start to open. And maybe this time through, you reach back and you grab onto that left foot. Continue to draw the belly in and up, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, the right hand come around. Sweep the right leg back. Come to sit on the heels, fingertips come back behind. And then lift into baby camel. Just think about, this is totally a quad opener. So let the hands come back as far as they need to in order for you to lift the hips up a little. Let the hips come down, walk the fingertips back forward. Press back to down dog, right leg comes back behind as you inhale. Exhale, hug that right foot in and through to pigeon. So as we come into pigeon, whether we're on the top of the foot or the foot is flexed, press into the pinky side edge of the foot so that the ankle bone lifts up. So you're going to press in if you're here, ankle bone's lifting, fingertips stay down, curl the back toe under, lift the back knee. And then lengthen, draw the heart forward and up. as you hug the right hip crease back. So we're starting to feel space here, but space through the front and back body as well. And think more about lengthening the rib cage on the back than on lifting up and back. And so maybe that left hand comes down, or maybe you come to the left forearm. Maybe the knee comes down and you reach back with that right hand. Maybe you need to make adjustments. I always need to grab my foot first and then come down to the forearm. Continue to press through the outer edge of that foot. So the pinky side edge of the foot presses into the right hand as we get that little twist. Releasing that foot. With the top arm down and around. We'll press it back to down dog. And then you can wave through plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog if you choose. Maybe you do the child's pose. Maybe you just hang in down dog. We'll inhale here as you send the left leg back behind. Exhale, hug the knee in, core plank. Inhale, press it back. Hug the knee in. Sweep it underneath and find walnut triangle. Right arm comes to the sky. Press through the outer edge of that left foot. Lift the left hip a little higher. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale as you circle that arm down and around. Left leg comes back. Inhale. Bend the knee and wrap open as we exhale. So take this time here to get longer. And then maybe you flip and find a wild thing. The top arm comes back around as you inhale. Left leg comes back behind. Exhale, hug the knee in. Step the left foot outside the left hand. Right hand comes down. Left knee presses out. So just finding length and space from the hip to the rib cage on that left side. And then if you would like to reach back, grab that foot, you can do so. And be mindful that you're not kind of hanging the wrist of that front arm. Press back and lift. And breathe. Inhale, so with that left hand come around, release the foot, shift back here to the shins, hands come back, lifting into a baby camel. The hips release down. Walk the fingertips back forward. Find your way back to down dog. Inhale as that left leg comes back behind. Hug the left knee in and through and find your way to pigeon on the left side. So pressing into the outside edge of that left foot, that pinky side edge, let the ankle bone lift. Back toes curl under the knee lifts. Fingertips come down here. And breathe. Again, think about lifting through the front and back body. And sweep back with that left hand and grab on. Pressing through the outside edge of that foot. And then maybe coming down to the forearm, if that's within your practice. But making sure that it's not compressing that front knee, that it's not putting pain or pressure on the front knee. So we continue to press into the pinky side edge of that front foot. The ankle bone stays lifted, the outer hip stays active, so the knee is safe. We'll inhale here as we come back through center. Press both hands down, then back to down dog. And so you can take a few breaths in down dog, or you can cycle through here. Plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. And then from down dog, we'll find our way into a seated position. Bringing the legs out in front, finding our way, moving into Paschimottanasana.
So we're going to start with our knees bent or our knees soft. Let the rib cage come towards the thighs, just like we do in Uttanasana, forward fold at the start of class. Let the hands come to the feet. Maybe you're grabbing the big toes, maybe the hands come over the bottom of the feet. Think about lengthening through the spine and drawing the heart forward as maybe the feet start to slide or step their way forward on those ski mats. Continue to draw the crown of the head forward. Continue to breathe. Let's take this opportunity here. So often we are focused on opening the heart, opening the heart, opening the heart. We forget that we need to contain what is in the heart for ourselves as well. And forward folds actually remind us of that. It's also a nice opener on the back body. Release the hands from the feet and slowly rise back up. And find your way onto our mat. Coming into bridge pose, and then we can shift into wheel if that's within your practice, which I'll walk us through today. So feet can come down, heels come in towards the glutes, arms can go by the side, and you can press and lift. Just finding a bridge. Finding that engagement, that drawing in and out through the belly. And that lengthening through the back body. So sometimes we start to get into back bends, or even bridges, and we start to feel compression through the low back. Think more about finding length than about dumping the back bend or the lift into the low back. And once you're ready to do so, you allow the hips to come down. Just let the knees drop towards each other. Take a breath or two here. The next time that we come up, we're going to come into a wheel, or you can come back to bridge. You don't have to come into a wheel. So from here, drawing the belly in and up. Hands can come by the sides as if they were in chaturanga. So pull the elbows in by the rib cage, palms towards the sky, like you're chaturanga on the ceiling. And then allow the hands to flip around by the ears. That's just a good way to remember the direction that the hands move. Hug the elbows in towards each other. And then press into the back of the pelvis and lift as if you're going to lift into bridge. And then lift into bridge. Press up to the top, the crown of the head. And maybe you pause here. Elbows squeeze towards each other. This might be your pose. Pressing strongly into the feet. Or maybe you plug the shoulders in and you press up and back. And you find your way into a wheel. And so maybe you walk the feet in, you come up onto the balls of your toes, to take some compression out of the low back. The wheel is really nothing more and nothing less than puppy pose. In the opposite, we're moving energetically in a different way, right? So much of our wheel, our back bend in yoga, really is about the opening and lifting of the chest. And the reason we tend to not like back bends is because they get dumped into the lower back, which can become really uncomfortable. I practiced back bends like that for a really long time until I figured it out. Once you're ready to, you can find your way down onto your back. And if you just held on to that pose the entire time I was talking, that's amazing. Hug the knees into the chest, rock a little from side to side. Once you've taken any final poses that are fitting to you, you can find your way onto your back in Shavasana, in a position that's comfortable for you. Draw your awareness back to your breath, finding the rhythm of the inhale and the exhale.
inhalation, breathing in love. Each exhalation, breathing out anything that does not serve you, anything that gets in your way. I invite you to stay here in your Shavasana and your relaxation until you feel you are ready. And may your practice today, your heart opening practice, your back bending practice, be one that brings you a sense of peace, a sense of love,